Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm here at the farm and I'm going to go inside in a second to make this intro quick because it is raining on me right now. Really starting to come down, getting windy out here too. But anyhow, this video I'm going to be metal detecting around a house that is not super old, but you'll be surprised at what comes out of the ground at a 1947 house. I also just wanted to say quickly in the intro, I have been doing a lot of other treasure hunting, just working on the videos. And also, one thing I decided to do for those who can't or decide not to watch my entire live streams, because sometimes they're extremely long, like 3 hours, when I can, in the regular uploads like this, I'm going to insert, like say, a random clip or two of my best finds in some of my recent live streams. So the first clip you're going to see on this video is a really awesome find I made in a sealed box of $50 recently, and right from that we're going to go right into the digs. Stand by. Hey everyone, how's it going? We are on the live stream right now. Let's take a look at the chat. And it's because we're getting ready to show an awesome find that came out in one of these rolls. So check this out right here. The fourth coin down, we got this blast white rim. I don't know what it is. It's got to be at least 90% silver. Maybe it's just a 64 Kennedy. I'm not sure. But that thing is absolutely blast white. Check that out. That is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal it live here on the stream and on this video. So let's go ahead and take it. Oh, it is a 2003 S proof. So I assume that's got to be a silver variety. It's got to be a 2003 S silver proof. That is absolutely amazing. Check out the rim on that. What a frosty coin right there. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and show this to everyone in the live stream. So stand by, and if I get anything else good, I'll let you know. Okay, trying to shield the wind here. My first target was this little brass piece right here, down about 4 inches in the soft soil, and right off next to it I got a really old wheat cent. Looks like 1920 something, was down about 5 inches in the soft soil. So pretty cool. It's a nice rich original soil. I think there's going to be some more stuff in here. Well, not too many signals here so far. It's been about 10 or so minutes. I got a nice solid signal here, and I thought it was just going to be trash, but I got an aluminum token. Been finding a lot of these lately. It's one of the old shell tokens, presidential token. It looks like William H. Taft on that one. I accidentally hit it with the shovel on the back, but I'm pretty sure I found this one, same exact one before. But I'll check when I get home. Pretty neat anyway. I picked up one more wheat cent I didn't film because it's pretty windy here. It's kind of died down a bit now. But alright, we'll keep looking for the old stuff. So I busted out the shell token collection that I found over the years metal detecting, and it appears that William H. Taft is my first duplicate. That's the one I just found here in the video, and there's one I found before that was hit by a lawnmower, it looks like. But these were given out in the 1960s by Shell. It's similar to what fast food restaurants do today. You would just collect different items to try and win prizes on a board. But there you go. That's what the token looks like, and all the other ones I found. Okay guys, this is crazy. I'm right at the end, right by the neighbor's property where these daffodils are, separate the yards. The house that's right next to where I'm hunting, it looks like it was built probably around the turn of the century, around 1900. Had a nice signal down here. I popped this wheat cent out of the hole, and you can see it's all clipped up. It's got a bunch of carve marks on it. I didn't think it was a super old one. I still had a signal in the hole that sounded like another penny. So I fished it out here and saw another wheat, and still had one more that looked like a wheat penny down in the hole. I flicked it out, and it looked kind of greenish. I thought it was a clad dime, so I figured they were newer wheats with maybe a 60s dime. But here, that's just green because it was stuck to one of the pennies. Look what happened when I flipped it over. It's a barber dime. So these are probably going to be pretty old wheat pennies down in here, probably from the teens. You can see the date on that barber dime is 1912. Awesome. I checked the hole again. I didn't hear any other signals, but I'll check with the detector. Oh, actually, I didn't check this one yet. This penny could be an Indian head, I guess. No, it's a Lincoln wheat. So 2 wheat pennies and a 1912 barber dime in the same hole. I'll put these wheats in a separate pouch and we'll check the date on them later. See how old this spill is. Sweet. Here's a look at the coins from the spill cleaned up, and what an amazing spill it was. You're not going to be able to see the wheat pennies really well because this soil made the copper coins extremely crusty over the years. But anyhow, first you have the 1912 barber dime, which is worn down a bit, but is very nice considering it has very minimal marks on it. And I'll have to clean it up a little bit more. The back is really a stickler to clean off because it was actually stuck to one of the pennies, so it's adhered to there pretty well. But a very nice 1912 Philadelphia barber dime. Like to see them come out of the ground like that. Now as for the wheat pennies, they're obviously not in as good condition, and this one has cut marks all over it. It's really hard to tell, but that one is 1920. The surprise is on this one here. This is a first year issue 1909 wheat cent, and it's the same year they switched over from Indian head cents. They also made those in 1909. Now, believe it or not, even though they're not super rare, I have never found a 1909 VDB metal detecting, which you would find the initials VDB for the designer Victor David Brenner on the back around the bottom of the rim. I've never found one metal detecting, even though they're only worth like maybe $6-7 or something like that in average condition. But on this one, not only would it be almost impossible to tell, even if it was there from the corrosion, I looked really close, and even under magnification, I don't think it's there. So we'll still have to wait on that one. Someday I hope to find one metal detecting. But to get 3 coins in the same hole from 1920, 1912, and 1909, it's a good one. So we just came in the backyard by the outbuildings where I wasn't really expecting coins, just some trash and maybe old relic type stuff. Got a solid signal right here, about 3 inches down in this mixture of soil. It's a little bit sandy. It's a silver Roosevelt dime. You can see that, you can tell from the back. I can't see the front yet. Wasn't expecting that, but hey, we'll take it. I'll keep swinging back here. If that was the first good non-ferrous signal I had, there might be more. It was a very nice surprise to find this 1957 silver Roosevelt dime in the backyard. I wasn't expecting it, but it's got an awesome toning too. It's kind of like a gunmetal gray color, but 90% silver, and always happy to pull one of these out of the ground. And unfortunately, I couldn't find a mercury dime to get the trifecta from the yard, but hey, we'll take it. This permission's quite odd. There's very little trash here, and not many signals at all. But when you lock into an old coin, it sounds really good. I'm surprised most of the trash I'm digging is not even aluminum, it's just like brass bits. So it's a pretty clean place and easy to hunt, but still here straddling the neighbor's yard at the older house, and it looks like a 1925 wheat there, about 4 inches down. So some nice older coins coming out from here, even though the house I'm hunting around specifically wasn't built until 1947. Sweet. Okay, I'm going over the front yard for like the 4th time, just kind of keep changing angles, and I got a deep signal I missed the first few times. It's a good 6-7 inches down. I just flicked it out in this little bit of loose sod, and looks like it's some sort of heart. Some sort of pendant. I don't think it's, it could be silver, just a little crusty. Actually, it looks like a little one might have been, a smaller one might have been stuck to it there. Let me get the pinpointer going, see if we can hear another signal. Yeah, I think the front of it fell off. There it is right there. I think it's silver plated. Oh, look at that design though. Wow, that's cool. That's old too. I don't know. Yeah, it's got the greenish color. That could be copper. Yeah, you can actually see, I think I hit it a little bit with the shovel right there. I think it is copper underneath, but really old silver plated pendant. from the design on that, that's got to be around the Victorian era. Could be a little bit newer, but it's definitely old. That was deep though. If I wasn't going slow, I would have missed it. So I'll keep the sensitivity up high here and see if there's any more deep targets in the front here. Hey, quick look at the silver-plated pendant cleaned up. It's got a nice ornate design on it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is quite old. After some further inspection, I would probably say Art Deco period on this one. Maybe not quite Victorian, but very nice to have. Like pulling stuff like this out of the ground. It's not every day you find jewelry at the old properties. Okay, I'm back in the front yard and just trying for any faint signal I can find. I got a really choppy, terrible signal in like the mid to upper 60s, which is kind of in the pull tab range. And I knew it was going to be a small, tiny target close to the surface, or possibly something deep that's better. I'm going to try to shield the wind. I got a good 6 to 7 inches down there, and believe it or not, an Indian head popped out. The street I'm off of here is really old, so some of the stuff may not be from the house, you know, built in 1947. It's a really old road running right through here. Would have been a lot of foot traffic back in the late 1800s, at least back that far. It's either 1903 or 1893, but it's an Indian head. Sweet. I'll keep swinging slow, keep the sensitivity high. After some cleanup, you can see the Indian head turned out to be a 1903. And compared to some of the other old coins that came out of the ground at this place, this one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it's a bit worn and crusty around the edges, but it's over 110 years old and has been under the ground for quite a while. The reverse turned out pretty nice. It's much more clear. You can see the 1 cent in the wreath. So another awesome coin for the collection. Let's keep hunting. Always gotta like when this happens. Stopped at Walmart on the way home to use the restroom and pick up some snacks. And we got ourselves a nickel right where I parked. 1977. That's pretty weird. I just spent $34.77 on gas here at Walmart. Been run over a few times. Well, hey everyone. It is oddly satisfying ripping out these rotted roots from this old tree. I've been working on it for a little while yet. The only bad part about this is I found a huge wolf spider over there, and then in that section I got to wait a little bit. There's a massive ant's nest because it's all to the point where it's really wet now. That sound is just so amazing. So I'll have to figure out what I'll have to fill this in a little bit so I can run the mower over here. I'll show you all the ant's nest. I think it was right here. Maybe. Nope, over here. It's completely rotted through in most areas and easy to get out now, except for closer to the trunk. Some areas are still very, very solid. Not much of the stump left there. But yep, I'm just, yeah, I'm in no hurry doing this. I'm just kind of taking out one piece at a time. Here's a good one here. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Got us some lunch down in there. There you go. Nah, I'm not that hungry. Let's see what else we got. That's pretty solid right there yet. Yeah, the areas where it's sticking up the most, it's the most rotted out. This will come here. I gotta get some gloves on. Yeah, it might go here if I give it a good tug. Oh yeah, it's pretty rotten right there. Little piece. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Here it comes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe I get all these roots out, we'll get us some silver coins. Man, what is it with All these grubs. That's crazy. They must love it down in there. Huh. That's a big one. Here's an overview of the best finds from that yard cleaned up. And wasn't much clad on the property. For the modern coins, all I found was 3 dimes and 5 pennies. And I didn't show all the wheat pennies when I dug them, but they turned out to be quite old, which is fascinating considering this place was built in 1947. But I picked it because it was in a strategic location off of an old road and right next to an older house. You saw the 2 old wheat pennies that were in with a barber dime. And then I got a 1914, which if it had a D mint mark on it would be actually worth some money. And then there was another 1920. If you remember, there was one in the spill as well. You have the Indian head there. A 1925, what looks to be a 1936 or 8. I think it's an 8. It's just kind of got some damage on the number there. And I didn't show it on video, but then in the backyard, in between a lot of where they had a lot of groundwork, I found 2 wheat pennies from the 1940s in the same hole. So those were the newest of the wheat pennies. They were most of them were old. But that's a quick look at everything I found. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one.